In this video, you are going to be learning how to design a collapsible sidebar menu in Figma. As you can see, when you click on it, it is going to collapse. When you click on it, it's going to open again. When you click on it, it's going to collapse. When you click on it, it's going to open again. So if you want to learn how you can design this in Figma, so let us get started. Now, in order to save our time, I have all these graphics assets that I'm going to be using for this sidebar design. As you can see, I have all the icons here. I have the brand logo, so I have the color code. Likewise, I have the menu list. So the first thing I'm going to be doing here is that I'm going to select this brand logo. So I'll bring it to this section. Then I'll also bring this one here as well. Then I'll select both the brand logo and this icon. Then I'm going to add an auto layout to it. To do that, right click and click on add auto layouts. So after that, we are going to start with all this menu list. Then I'm going to pick my type 2 here. So I'm going to type in search. Then I'll drag it to this section so that they can be in alignment. Then I'm going to pick this search icon. So I'll bring it here as well. So I'm going to select the icon and this text. Then I'm going to add an auto layout to it. Right click and click on add auto layouts. So I want to add a background fill color to this frame. So I'll copy this color code. Then I'm going to select the frame again. Then I'm going to come to this section under fill. Click on fill. Then click on this section. Right click and paste this color code. You press enter on your keyboard. So I'm going to select the frame again. Then I'll come to this section. So I'm going to give it a 10 pixel padding for the horizontal, 10 pixel padding for vertical, as you can see. So after that, I'm going to bring this text here. As you can see, just make sure everything is in alignment. So I'll bring in this icon as well. Just bring the icon like this. Then you right click and add auto layout to it. If you can see clearly, it is not currently aligned to the center, so we have to align it to the center. Come to this section, then you have to align it to the center. As you can see, it has been aligned to the center. So then I'm going to duplicate this frame. All I'm going to do now is that I'm going to cut this text. Then I'm going to select this one. Then I'm going to right click and click on paste and match style. So I'll select this icon. So I'm going to cut the icon. Then I'm going to right click and click on paste to replace. As you can see, the icon has been replaced. So I'm still going to duplicate this one by pressing the Alt key and drag it to the bottom, just like this. We're going to make everything perfect, but firstly we have to get the layout right. Then we are going to be doing all other adjustments later. So this section, instead of campaign, so I'll cut this text here, these settings, I'll cut it. Then I'll select this one. Then I'm going to right click, then click on paste and match style. Likewise, I'm going to select this J icon. I'm going to cut the J icon. Then I'll select this one. Then I'll right click, then click on paste to replace. I'm still going to duplicate this section as well. So I'm going to hold the Alt key so and drag it to the bottom. So in order to save our time, so I'm going to replace all the text and the icon accordingly. Firstly, I'm going to convert all these sections to auto layout. After that, I'll add this remaining section. So I'm going to select all the frame in order to convert it to auto layout. I have them selected. Then I'm going to right click. Then I'm going to click on add auto layout so that everything can be placed in a frame. So I have these sections ready. So after that, I'll come to this section. So I'm going to pick on this line tool. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line like this. So I'm going to come to this section and increase the width to 2 so that it can be thicker a little bit. So I'm going to copy this color code at the top. So I'll select this line. Then I'll come to stroke. Under stroke, I'll change the stroke to this color code. Then paste this color code. Press enter on your keyboard so that it can demarcate this section from the second section. I'm going to select this frame, then I'm going to duplicate it too. So I'm going to delete the top three, that is, I'm going to delete it from this search up to this campaign so that I can use the remaining two at the bottom here. Then I'm going to delete it, as you can see. Then come to this section, you can cut this text, then select this one, then you paste it here. So based on this icon as well, come to this provide picture, cut the provide picture as well, then select this icon, right click, then click on paste to replace. As you can see, the provide picture has been replaced. Likewise, I'm going to cut this text, then I'm going to click on this one, then I'm going to paste it here. So I'll click on this logout icon, I'll cut the logout icon, then I'll select this icon here, I'll right click, then I'll click on paste to replace. Now everything is now set. I'm done with this color, so I can now delete it. So after that, I'm going to select everything like this, then right click and click on add auto layouts. I'll come to this section under fill, click on fill. So we are going to apply this white fill. So then I'll come to this section, I'm going to give it a horizontal padding of 15 pixel, then a vertical padding of 15 pixel as well. So I'm going to adjust the width here just like this. As you can see, the edges are too sharp, so I'm going to make it round a little bit. So I will have the frame selected, then I'll scroll down to this section under corner radius, so I'm going to change it to 20. As you can see, the edges has been rounded, if you can see. So I'm going to select this brand at the top, so I'll come to fill. Under fill, I'll leave it at fill container, then I'll select this one, then I'll set the width to fill container as well, so that it can take the whole available spacing in the container. So likewise, this dashboard, I'll set the width to fill container. So that's how I'm going to do for every one of them. This horizontal line, so I'm going to set the width to fill container, as you can see. So likewise, this one, in order to make this section to align properly, so I'll select this text, then I'll come to this section under width, instead of org, then change it to fill container, as you can see. So everything has been aligned properly. Then I'll come to this section, I'll select this box, then I'm going to give it a corner radius of 10 pixel. So you can select the frame and name it as sidebar. So I'll move it to the left hand side. So I want to duplicate it so that I can have two copies. Then to duplicate it, you can hold the Alt key, then select and drag it. So for this second section, I'm going to remove all this text, then I'm going to leave the icons alone. I'm going to select all these text, then I'm going to delete them. I'm going to delete this one as well. So that's how I'm going to continue. So I'm going to delete every other ones. I have all the text deleted. So I'm going to reduce the width as it is. But to do that, I'm going to select them one after the other. Then I'm going to set it to org content. So click on org contents, as you can see. Then select this section as well. Under width, click on it, then change it to org content, as you can see. Select this frame as well. Under fill, change it to org content. Then you are going to select this horizontal line and reduce the width. But if you can see, these icons are not aligned properly, so I want to align it to the left. So I'll select this one. You can see it is aligned to the right, so I will align it to the left. Then select this one as well. So that's what I'm going to do for the, so I'm going to align every other ones to the left as well. So I'm going to select this frame, then under width, come to width, then click on org content. As you can see, everything has been adjusted. So I'm going to select this icon, then I'm going to double click to flip it, as you can see. the icon has been flipped. As you can see, this section and this section are not of the same height, so I'm going to adjust the height of this section as well. This one is 683. Then I'll select this frame, then I'll change the height to 683 as well. The next thing now is to select the two of them. I'll come to this section. You are going to see this drop down, click on it, then click on create component sets. After that, come to prototype, then you are going to select this icon. So now when this icon is clicked, it is going to display this section. Then you leave it as on click. Then under animation, you change it to smart animate. So then you leave it at linear, then you leave it at 200 milliseconds, which is the same thing as 2 seconds. Press enter, then you can close it here. Then after that, select this second one as well. Then you are going to bring it to this section so that when this icon is clicked again, it's going to return it back to this first frame. So you leave the settings as it is, you can then close it. So in order to test the prototype in action, so I'm going to zoom out this section, can bring it here. So I'll come to this section, then I'll click on frame. So then I'm going to use desktop frame. So this is the frame we are going to be using. To test it, firstly, you are going to come to assets. You are going to see it under the asset. Click and drag it and put it inside the frame. As you can see, this is it. You can bring it to this section. Let me zoom in so that you can see clearly. I'm going to change the background of this frame. To change it, come to design. Then I'm going to change the color to this color. So as you can see, it has been changed. So now to test the prototype, select the frame, then you are going to come to this section under present, click on this present icon. Now this is it. When you click on this icon, you can see how it transitions smoothly, and when you click on it again, it's going to display it. When you click on it again, it's going to hide it. When you click on it again, it's going to display it, and you can see this is how the prototype is looking currently. If you really enjoyed this video, please support my channel by subscribing to my channel. Also turn on the post notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to be updated. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.